Welcome to Pindar Poetry. We hope you learned something new.
You start by stabilizing and marking. This prevents distortion once you remove the dart. Fold the dart closed and draw its intake clearly, then mark the pivot at the armhole edge. This is your hinge. Once the pivot is set, stay-stitch the armhole and reinforce with lightweight interfacing if needed, because you want the seam to keep shape after redistribution. Now base the sides seam and shoulder if needed, so the pattern transfers accurately when you slash and spread. You will now slash the pattern from the hem to the pivot point, keeping a tiny hinge so the pieces stay aligned. Pivot the lower piece to close the original dart. This moves that fullness into the armhole area. Once closed, measure how much width appears at the armhole, mark that change and redraw the armhole curve smoothly. Make sure to blend seams and true the side seam so garment balance is preserved, and then baste a mock seam to test the fit. You finish by transferring the new armhole to your fabric, trimming seam allowance, and finishing the raw edge so it won't stretch. Sew in a test sleeve and check movement. If the armhole gapes, reduce the redistributed fullness by a small vertical dart or ease and up to 0.5 cm, and if it feels tight, release 1/4 increments where the pivot added width. Once satisfied, stitch final seams and press, and if problems persist, re-evaluate pivot placement and repeat the slash and pivot.
Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing if we helped you.